Hi all, welcome back. Before anything else, it's a fun idea if you let me know where you're watching from. Thanks. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's relax and get into it. I stand outside the cafe, heart pounding as I hear my fiance's voice through the open window. The street is busy, people walking by, unaware of the storm brewing inside me. I try to convince myself I misheard, but her words are clear and unmistakable. My name is Jack, I tell myself, grounding myself in the present. I'm a successful entrepreneur, deeply in love with Lisa, or at least I was until this very moment. We've been engaged for a year, planning a lavish wedding. My best friend Tom has always been my rock, supporting me through every twist and turn. Lisa's laughter cuts through my thoughts. He's rich and stupid. Once we're married, I'll have everything, she says. My stomach drops. I feel like the ground has been pulled out from under me. I met Lisa at a charity event. She was stunning, her eyes sparkling with intelligence and charm. We clicked instantly, and our whirlwind romance led to a proposal within months. I thought I had found my soulmate. Now I'm standing here feeling like a fool. I peer through the window. Lisa is with her friends, sipping coffee, looking every bit the picture of innocence. My mind races. How could I have missed this? Every shared moment, every intimate night, now feels tainted with deceit. I step back, needing space to think. My mind is a whirlwind of emotions. Anger, betrayal, heartbreak. I can't let her see me like this. I need to confront her, but not here, not now. I turn and walk away, each step heavy with the weight of what I've just learned. Later that night, I wait for Lisa at home. The minutes drag by, my anxiety mounting. When she finally walks in, I can barely look at her. "We need to talk," I say, my voice tight. She looks surprised, then concerned. "What is it, Jack?" I take a deep breath. "I heard you today at the cafe." Her face pales. "Jack, I can explain." "Explain what?" I cut her off, my voice rising. "That you're only with me for my money? That everything we have is a lie?" She tries to reach for me, but I step back. "It's not like that, Jack. I was just joking with my friends." "A joke?" I laugh, a bitter sound. "This is my life, Lisa. Our life." Tears well up in her eyes, but I can't tell if they're real. "Please, Jack. I love you. Let's talk about this." But the damage is done. I feel numb, my mind made up. The wedding is off. We're done. And you can forget about any financial support. Her expression shifts to anger. "You can't do this to me, Jack." "Watch me," I say, my voice cold. As she storms out, I collapse onto the couch, my head in my hands. Everything seems ordinary, but one event completely changes my life. I feel a strange sense of relief mixed with the pain. I've dodged a bullet, but at what cost? The person I loved, trusted, planned to spend my life with was nothing but a gold digger. I know this is just the beginning. The fallout will be messy, and the road ahead uncertain. But for now, I sit in the silence of my apartment, trying to piece together the shattering fragments of my life. Shock and betrayal flood me as I record Lisa's conversation. Her words echo in my head, each syllable a dagger. I can't believe the woman I plan to spend my life with is this deceitful. I walk away from the cafe, my hands trembling, heart racing. Later that night, Lisa comes home. I'm sitting on the couch, staring at the blank TV screen. She walks in, her face lighting up with a smile that now feels like a lie. "Hey, babe," she says, leaning down to kiss me. I pull away. "We need to talk," I say, my voice cold and distant. Her smile falters. "What's wrong?" I pull out my phone and play the recording. Her face goes pale, eyes wide with shock. "Jack, Don't," I interrupt, my voice shaking with anger. "Don't try to lie. I heard everything." Tears well up in her eyes. "It's not what you think. I was just joking with my friends." "A joke? You call that a joke?" I stand up, feeling the heat of my anger rising. "You're only with me for my money. You never loved me." She reaches out, but I step back. "Please, Jack. I do love you. I was just trying to impress them." "Impress them?" I laugh bitterly. "You think that makes it better?" She starts to cry, but I feel no sympathy. The wedding is off. We're done. And you're cut off financially. Her tears stop instantly, replaced by anger. You can't do this to me, Jack. I'll sue you for everything. Go ahead, I say, my voice hard. We'll see how far you get. She storms out, slamming the door behind her. I sink back onto the couch, my head in my hands. The love of my life has just turned into my worst nightmare. The next day, I call my lawyer, Sarah. She's sharp, no nonsense, and exactly who I need right now. Jack, this is serious, she says after I explain everything. If she sues for breach of promise, it could get ugly. I know, I say, feeling the weight of the situation, but I can't let her get away with this. Sarah agrees to take on my case. We spend hours gathering evidence, including the recording and text from Lisa that hint at her true intentions. I feel a mix of determination and dread. This is war, and I'm ready to fight. Days turn into weeks. Lisa's threats escalate. She accuses me of defamation, trying to paint herself as the victim. My stress levels skyrocket, but I refuse to back down. One night, as I sit in my office, Tom calls. He's my best friend, my brother in everything but blood. How you holding up, man, he asks. Not great, I admit, but I'll get through this. Damn right you will, he says. We've got your back. Tom's support is a lifeline. He helps me stay grounded, reminding me of the strength I have. We meet up often, discussing strategies and trying to keep my mind off the impending trial. One evening, Sarah comes over with more documents. As we sit at the dining table, poring over the papers, there's a moment where our hands touch. It's electric, a spark in the midst of chaos. Our eyes meet, and for a brief second, everything else fades away. Jack, she says softly, pulling her hand away. We need to focus. Right, I nod, pushing the thought aside. But the memory lingers, adding a layer of complexity to an already tangled web. As the trial date approaches, the tension is palpable. Lisa's lawyer is ruthless, trying to discredit me at every turn. They subpoena my financial records, digging into every aspect of my life. It's invasive and humiliating, but I stand firm. The night before the trial, I lie in bed staring at the ceiling. My mind races with what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. I feel a heavy weight on my chest, the uncertainty of my future pressing down on me. I close my eyes, taking deep breaths, trying to calm my racing thoughts. The trial begins, and it's a battlefield. Sarah is brilliant, dismantling Lisa's arguments with precision. She presents the recording, texts, and testimonies from friends who witnessed Lisa's behavior. The courtroom is tense, every word a potential bombshell. Lisa takes the stand, tears streaming down her face. She plays the part of the heartbroken fiancé perfectly, but I see through the act. Her lawyer tries to paint me as a cold, calculating businessman who manipulated Lisa. I feel my anger boiling, but I keep my composure. When it's my turn to testify, I speak from the heart. I talk about the love I felt, the betrayal, and the impact of Lisa's deception on my life. I don't hold back, letting my raw emotions show. The courtroom is silent, everyone hanging on my every word. Cross-examination is brutal. Lisa's lawyer tries to trip me up, but I stand my ground. I'm fighting for my truth, my dignity, and I won't let them take that from me. Days pass, each one more draining than the last. The constant stress takes its toll, but I find strength in the support of Tom and Sarah. There are moments of doubt, but they remind me of the justice I'm fighting for. One night after a particularly grueling day in court, Sarah and I find ourselves alone in my office. The tension between us is thick, and I can't ignore the attraction any longer. I lean in, and our lips meet in a passionate kiss. It's a brief escape, a moment of solace in the storm. We pull away breathless. Jack, she whispers, her eyes searching mine. We can't. I know, I say, my heart pounding, but I needed that, just for a moment. She nods, understanding. We return to our work, but the memory of the kiss lingers, a reminder of the connection we share. As the trial draws to a close, my anxiety peaks. The final arguments are made, and the judge takes time to deliberate. Those hours feel like an eternity. I pace, unable to sit still, my mind racing with possibilities. Finally, the judge returns. The courtroom holds its breath as the verdict is read. In favor of the plaintiff, Jack Hunter, the judge declares. I feel a rush of relief, a weight lifting off my shoulders. We did it. Lisa's face crumples, her facade finally breaking. She looks at me with a mix of anger and defeat, but I feel no pity. She made her choices, and now she faces the consequences. Sarah hugs me, a victorious smile on her face. You did it, Jack, she says. We did it. Thank you, I whisper, feeling a mix of gratitude and something deeper. The legal battle is over, but I know the emotional scars will take time to heal. As we leave the courtroom, Tom is waiting outside. He claps me on the back, grinning. Drinks on me tonight, man. You earned it. I laugh, feeling lighter than I have in weeks. Sounds perfect. That night, surrounded by friends and newfound hope, I begin to see a path forward. The ordeal has changed me, but it hasn't broken me. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I feel ready to rebuild my life, one step at a time. But as we celebrate, I know this is just the beginning. The fallout with Lisa isn't over, and the road ahead is still uncertain. Yet for the first time in a long while, I feel a sense of optimism. I'm ready for whatever comes next. I gather all the evidence I can find against Lisa.
Every text message, every email, and especially the recording I made of her in the cafe. Sarah, my lawyer, assures me we have a strong case. But the thought of going through this legal battle terrifies me. I know Lisa will fight dirty. I meet with mutual friends, trying to get their testimonies about Lisa's behavior. Some are hesitant, torn between loyalty to her and their friendship with me. Tom is my rock, standing by my side and helping me navigate this mess. He even contacts a few friends on my behalf, convincing them to support me. Lisa, however, is not taking this lying down. She starts spreading rumors about me, telling everyone I'm a cold-hearted bastard who led her on. She's a master manipulator, twisting the truth to make herself look like the victim. The rumors reach my family, and I find myself having to explain everything to them. One afternoon, I sit with my parents in their living room. My mother looks at me, her face etched with worry. Jack, is it true? Did you really break Lisa's heart? I sigh, feeling the weight of their concern. Mom, it's more complicated than that. Lisa was using me for my money. She admitted it to her friends, and I have the recording. My father's eyes narrow. And she's suing you? Yes, for breaking off the engagement and defamation. My mother shakes her head. This is a mess, Jack. I know, Mom, but I have to fight this. I can't let her get away with what she did. They finally understand, but the tension lingers. I feel like my life is falling apart piece by piece. Meanwhile, Lisa's lawsuit progresses. She's suing me for breach of promise and defamation, claiming I ruined her reputation. The media catches wind of the story, and soon my company starts suffering due to the negative publicity. Clients start backing out of deals, and my employees look at me with a mix of sympathy and doubt. One day, as I'm leaving the office, I find Tom waiting for me. Hey man, you doing okay? Not really, I admit.
The company's taking a hit because of all this. He nods, understanding. We'll get through this. You're stronger than you think. I appreciate his words, but the stress is overwhelming. I feel like I'm constantly on the edge, waiting for the next blow to fall. As the court date approaches, the tension reaches its peak. Sarah and I spend long hours preparing our case, going over every detail. We work late into the night, our heads bent over documents and evidence. There's an undeniable attraction between us, but we keep it professional, knowing this isn't the time for distractions. The night before the trial, I find myself pacing my living room. The uncertainty is eating me alive. What if we lose? What if Lisa wins and takes everything I've worked for? The fear grips me, but I try to stay focused. The trial begins, and it's a circus. The courtroom is packed, the air thick with anticipation. Sarah is a force to be reckoned with, presenting our case with confidence and precision. She plays the recording of Lisa's conversation, and I watch as the jury reacts, their expressions shifting from curiosity to shock. Lisa takes the stand, her tears flowing freely as she recounts her version of events. She's a master at playing the victim, but Sarah is relentless in her cross-examination. She exposes the inconsistencies in Lisa's story, and for the first time, I see cracks in her facade. I take the stand next, my heart pounding in my chest. I speak honestly about my relationship with Lisa, how deeply I loved her, and how betrayed I felt. I lay everything bare, hoping the jury sees the truth. Lisa's lawyer tries to tear me apart, but I hold my ground. I refuse to let them break me. Every question is a test, every answer a chance to defend my integrity. The courtroom is silent, everyone hanging on my every word. After days of testimony, the trial finally comes to a close. The judge takes time to deliberate, and those hours feel like an eternity. I sit with Sarah and Tom, my nerves frayed to the breaking point. We try to stay positive, but the uncertainty is crushing. Finally, the judge returns. The courtroom holds its breath as the verdict is read. In favor of the plaintiff, Jack Hunter, the judge declares. Relief floods through me. We did it. Lisa's face crumples, her facade finally breaking. She looks at me with a mix of anger and defeat, but I feel no pity. She made her choices, and now she faces the consequences. Sarah hugs me, a victorious smile on her face. You did it, Jack, she says. We did it. Thank you, I whisper, feeling a mix of gratitude and something deeper. The legal battle is over, but I know the emotional scars will take time to heal. As we leave the courtroom, Tom is waiting outside. He claps me on the back, grinning. Drinks on me tonight, man. You earned it. I laugh, feeling lighter than I have in weeks. Sounds perfect. That night, surrounded by friends and newfound hope, I begin to see a path forward. The ordeal has changed me, but it hasn't broken me. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I feel ready to rebuild my life, one step at a time. But as we celebrate, I know this is just the beginning. The fallout with Lisa isn't over, and the road ahead is still uncertain. Yet for the first time in a long while, I feel a sense of optimism. I'm ready for whatever comes next. A week later, my company starts to recover. Clients return, reassured by the court's verdict and my unwavering commitment to honesty. The media shifts its focus, the scandal slowly fading from the headlines. But Lisa doesn't disappear quietly. She continues to spread rumors, trying to salvage her reputation. Her attempts are pathetic, desperate, but they still sting. I do my best to ignore them, focusing on the positives in my life. Sarah and I grow closer, our professional relationship tinged with a personal connection that's hard to ignore. One night, as we work late in my office, the tension between us finally snaps. She leans in, and our lips meet in a kiss that's both gentle and passionate. It's a release, a confirmation of the bond we've built through this ordeal. We pull away, breathless. Jack, she whispers, her eyes searching mine. This could complicate things. I know, I say, my heart pounding. But I don't care. I need you, Sarah. She nods, a smile playing on her lips. Then let's take this one step at a time. Our relationship blossoms, a bright spot in the darkness. We keep it discreet, not wanting to fuel any more gossip. But the connection we share is undeniable, a source of strength and comfort. As the months pass, I start to rebuild my life. I focus on my company, on my friendships, on my relationship with Sarah. The ordeal with Lisa fades into the background, a painful memory, but also a lesson learned. One day I receive a call from an old friend. He heard about the trial, about Lisa's deceit, and he wants to reconnect. It's a reminder that not all relationships are built on lies, that genuine connections still exist. I meet him for coffee, and we talk for hours, reminiscing about the past and looking forward to the future. It's a small step, but it feels significant. Through it all, I realize that I'm stronger than I ever knew. I faced betrayal and came out the other side, scarred but not defeated. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I know I can handle whatever comes next. The road ahead is still uncertain, but for the first time in a long while, I feel ready to face it head on. The court date arrives and the tension is unbearable. I barely sleep the night before, my mind racing with every possible outcome. Sarah is calm and collected, but I can see the determination in her eyes. She's prepared meticulously, and we've reviewed every piece of evidence countless times. Yet the uncertainty gnaws at me. We walk into the courthouse and it feels like entering a battlefield. The air is thick with anticipation. Reporters are outside, cameras flashing, capturing every moment. I take a deep breath, steeling myself for what's to come. The courtroom is filled with spectators, curious onlookers, and some familiar faces. Lisa sits with her lawyer, a smug expression on her face. She looks confident, like she's already won. It fuels my resolve. I won't let her get away with this. Sarah stands, presenting our case with precision. She outlines the timeline, the evidence, the betrayal. She plays the recording, and the room goes silent. Lisa's laughter fills the space, and I see the jury's reaction. Shock, disbelief, empathy for me. Lisa's lawyer is aggressive, trying to discredit me at every turn. He questions my motives, my actions, even my character. It's brutal, but I hold my ground. I answer every question calmly, truthfully. I know this is my chance to set the record straight. The witnesses are called. Tom takes the stand, solid and unwavering. He testifies about Lisa's behavior, the conversations he overheard, and her blatant disregard for my feelings. His loyalty and honesty shine through, and I feel a surge of gratitude. Sarah calls another friend, Emily. She hesitates at first, glancing nervously at Lisa, but then she speaks. Her voice is steady as she recounts a conversation she had with Lisa, where Lisa bragged about her plans to take my money. Emily's testimony is a turning point, further exposing Lisa's true nature. The peak tension arrives when Lisa takes the stand. She's in tears, portraying herself as the wrong party. She talks about our relationship, painting a picture of love and betrayal from her perspective. Her lawyer guides her through a rehearsed narrative designed to evoke sympathy. Sarah's cross-examination is fierce. She challenges every inconsistency, every half-truth. She plays the recording again, asking Lisa to explain her words. Lisa stumbles, her facade cracking. The jury watches, their expressions hardening as the truth becomes clear. The final arguments are made.
Sarah delivers a powerful closing statement, emphasizing the evidence, the testimonies, and the undeniable facts. Lisa's lawyer tries to counter, but the impact is lessened by the mounting proof against her. The judge takes time to deliberate. The wait is agonizing. I sit with Sarah and Tom, feeling the weight of every second. We don't speak, just share tense glances, silently hoping for the best. Finally, the judge returns. The room falls silent. In favor of the plaintiff, Jack Hunter, the judge declares. Relief washes over me. We did it. I look at Lisa, and her face is a mask of shock and defeat. Her smug confidence is gone, replaced by the reality of her actions. Sarah hugs me, and Tom claps me on the back. You did it, Jack, Sarah says, her eyes bright with triumph. We did it. Thank you, I whisper, feeling a mix of gratitude and something deeper. The legal battle is over, but I know the emotional scars will take time to heal. As we leave the courtroom, the reporters swarm, shouting questions. I ignore them, focusing on the path ahead. Tom is waiting outside, grinning. Drinks on me tonight, man. You earned it. I laugh, feeling lighter than I have in weeks. Sounds perfect. That night, surrounded by friends and newfound hope, I begin to see a path forward. The ordeal has changed me, but it hasn't broken me. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I feel ready to rebuild my life, one step at a time. But as we celebrate, I know this is just the beginning. The fallout with Lisa isn't over, and the road ahead is still uncertain. Yet for the first time in a long while, I feel a sense of optimism. I'm ready for whatever comes next. Over the following weeks, I focus on rebuilding. My company begins to recover, clients returning, reassured by the court's verdict and my unwavering commitment to honesty. The media's attention shifts, the scandal slowly fading from the headlines. Lisa doesn't disappear quietly. She continues to spread rumors, trying to salvage her reputation.
Her attempts are pathetic and desperate, but they still sting. I do my best to ignore them, focusing on the positives in my life. Sarah and I grow closer, our professional relationship tinged with a personal connection that's hard to ignore. One night, as we work late in my office, the tension between us finally snaps. She leans in, and our lips meet in a kiss that's both gentle and passionate. It's a release, a confirmation of the bond we've built through this ordeal. We pull away, breathless. "Jack," she whispers, her eyes searching mine. "This could complicate things." "I know," I say, my heart pounding. "But I don't care. I need you, Sarah." She nods, a smile playing on her lips. "Then let's take this one step at a time." Our relationship blossoms, a bright spot in the darkness. We keep it discreet, not wanting to fuel any more gossip. But the connection we share is undeniable, a source of strength and comfort. As the months pass, I start to rebuild my life. I focus on my company, on my friendships, on my relationship with Sarah. The ordeal with Lisa fades into the background, a painful memory, but also a lesson learned. One day I receive a call from an old friend. He heard about the trial, about Lisa's deceit, and he wants to reconnect. It's a reminder that not all relationships are built on lies, that genuine connections still exist. I meet him for coffee and we talk for hours, reminiscing about the past and looking forward to the future. It's a small step, but it feels significant. Through it all, I realize that I'm stronger than I ever knew. I faced betrayal and came out the other side, scarred but not defeated. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I know I can handle whatever comes next. The road ahead is still uncertain, but for the first time in a long while, I feel ready to face it head on. In a moment of reflection, I look out the window of my office. The city spread out before me. The sun is setting, casting a warm glow over the skyline.
It's a new beginning, a fresh start. I think about the journey I've been on, the lessons I've learned, and the people who have stood by me. Sarah walks in, a file in her hands and a smile on her face. "Ready for our next project?" she asks, her eyes twinkling with excitement. I return her smile, feeling a sense of anticipation. "Absolutely." As we discuss the details, I can't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the challenges, for the support, and for the strength I've discovered within myself. This experience has reshaped my life, but it's also given me a clearer vision of what I want and who I want to be. With Sarah by my side, and the support of friends like Tom, I know I'm ready to take on whatever the future holds. I've emerged from the storm stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. And as I look ahead, I see endless possibilities, each one a testament to my resilience and the unwavering support of those who believe in me. The judge rules in my favor, awarding me nearly $10,000 in legal fees and damages. Lisa's deceit is exposed, and she is left with nothing. The verdict feels like a victory, but it's bittersweet. I look at Lisa one last time as she slinks out of the courtroom, her expression a mix of fury and despair. I won, but at a significant cost. Leaving the courthouse, I feel a rush of conflicting emotions. Relief, certainly, but also a lingering sadness. I've lost friends who believed her lies, and trust has been shattered. I remind myself that I gained something invaluable: clarity and a new perspective on life and relationships. Sarah and I walk out together, the sun setting behind us, casting a warm glow over everything. Tom meets us outside, grinning from ear to ear. "You did it, Jack," he says, clapping me on the back. "I knew you would." "Thanks, Tom," I say, genuinely grateful. "I couldn't have done it without you guys." Sarah smiles, her eyes soft. "You were amazing in there, Jack."
Now let's focus on rebuilding. We go out for drinks that night, a quiet celebration. It feels good to relax, to let the tension of the past months slip away. Tom raises his glass. "To new beginnings," he says. "To new beginnings," we echo, clinking our glasses together. Over the next few weeks, I dive into work, determined to rebuild my company. Clients who had distanced themselves return, reassured by the court's verdict. The negative publicity fades, replaced by a narrative of triumph and resilience. My team rallies around me, their faith restored. It's a challenging process, but I'm invigorated, driven by a renewed sense of purpose. Sarah is by my side through it all, both professionally and personally. Our relationship deepens, each day a discovery of new facets of our connection. We share more than just work. We share dreams, fears, and the comfort of understanding each other, in ways no one else can. One evening, as we're working late in my office, Sarah looks up from her laptop. "Jack, have you thought about what's next for the company?" I nod. "I have. I want to expand, diversify our portfolio. This whole ordeal has taught me the importance of not putting all my eggs in one basket." She smiles. "That's a solid plan. And personally?" "Personally," I repeat, leaning back in my chair, "I want stability. I want to build something real, with people who are genuine." Sarah's eyes meet mine, and there's an unspoken understanding between us. "Sounds like you're ready for the next chapter," she says softly. "I am," I say, reaching out to take her hand. "And I want you to be a part of it." Her smile widens and she squeezes my hand. "I'd like that, Jack. A lot." With Sarah's support and Tom's unwavering friendship, I start to restore my life. I reconnect with old friends, those who stood by me and those who were misled but genuinely regretful. Each conversation is a step toward healing, a chance to rebuild trust and understanding. One day I get a call from an old college friend, Mark. "Jack, I heard about everything that happened. I'm sorry I believed the rumors. Can we meet up?" "Of course, Mark," I say, feeling a pang of sadness and hope. "Let's catch up." We meet for coffee, and it's like no time has passed. We talk for hours, reminiscing and making plans for the future. It's a reminder that genuine connections can endure, even through misunderstandings and hardships. As the months pass, my company thrives. We launch new projects, and I see my vision for expansion come to life. The challenges of the past have made me more resilient, more adaptable. I'm no longer naive. I'm cautious but optimistic, ready to face whatever comes next with confidence. Sarah and I continue to grow closer. We travel together, explore new ventures, and support each other's dreams. One night, as we sit by the fire in a cozy cabin, I take her hand. "Sarah, I've been thinking a lot about the future, about us." She looks at me, her eyes reflecting the flickering flames. "What are you thinking, Jack?" "I want to build a life with you, a real partnership, both in business and in love." She smiles, her eyes glistening with emotion. "I want that too, Jack. More than anything." Our relationship blossoms into something beautiful and profound. We face challenges together, celebrating victories and supporting each other through setbacks. The bond we share is unbreakable, forged in the fires of our trials and triumphs. One evening, Sarah and I host a dinner party at my newly renovated home. It's a gathering of friends and colleagues, a celebration of resilience and new beginnings. As we raise our glasses for a toast, I look around the room, filled with people who mean the world to me. "To friendship, love, and the strength to rebuild," I say, my voice steady and confident. "To new beginnings," everyone echoes, and the room is filled with warmth and camaraderie. After the party, as Sarah and I clean up, I reflect on how far I've come. The ordeal with Lisa is a distant memory, a chapter closed. I've emerged stronger, wiser, and more grateful for the people who stood by me. Sarah walks over, wrapping her arms around me. "You did it, Jack. You rebuilt your life." "We did it," I correct her, kissing her gently. "Together." With the support of my loved ones and a renewed sense of purpose, I feel ready to face whatever the future holds. The road ahead is still uncertain, but for the first time in a long while, I'm excited for the journey. I know that with Sarah by my side, I can handle anything. As we stand by the window looking out at the city lights, I feel a sense of peace and fulfillment. The trials and tribulations have shaped me, but they haven't defined me. I'm ready for whatever comes next, knowing that I've emerged stronger from the ashes of betrayal. With Sarah's hand in mine, I feel unstoppable. We've weathered the storm and come out the other side, our bond unbreakable. As I look ahead, I see endless possibilities, each one a testament to our resilience and love. The future is bright, and for the first time in a long while, I feel truly hopeful. I know that no matter what challenges lie ahead, I'm ready to face them with courage, determination, and the unwavering support of the people who believe in me. Life is unpredictable, but I've learned to embrace the uncertainty, to find strength in adversity. With Sarah by my side and a renewed sense of purpose, I know that the best is yet to come. Together, we're ready to conquer whatever the future holds, one step at a time. The journey has been long and difficult, but it's also been transformative. I've discovered the power of resilience, the importance of genuine connections, and the beauty of starting anew. As I look out at the horizon, I'm filled with a sense of excitement and anticipation. The past is behind me, and the future is filled with endless possibilities. With a deep breath, I turn to Sarah, my heart full. "Here's to us," I say, raising an imaginary glass. She smiles, her eyes shining with love and hope. "To us," she echoes, and we embrace, ready to face the future together. I'm in my office wrapping up the day when I get an unexpected call. It's Lisa. My heart races with a mix of anger and curiosity. What could she possibly want now? "Jack, can we meet? Just once more?" Her voice is soft, almost pleading. I hesitate. "Why?" "I need to apologize, please." Against my better judgment, I agree. We decide to meet at a quiet cafe. As I walk in, I see her sitting at a corner table, looking tired and defeated. Gone is the confident, manipulative woman I once knew. "Jack," she starts as I sit down, "I'm so sorry for everything." Her words seem sincere, but I've learned not to trust appearances. "Why now, Lisa?" She sighs, tears welling up in her eyes. "I've lost everything. My reputation, my friends, my dignity. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I know it doesn't change anything, but I needed to tell you." I look at her, trying to see through the act. "You hurt me, Lisa. You used me. Why should I believe you're sorry now?" She wipes a tear away. "I know I can't undo the damage I've done, but I needed to face you, to admit my wrongs. I'm leaving town, starting over somewhere else." Her admission is a surprise. For a moment, I feel a pang of pity. "I hope you find what you're looking for, Lisa, but don't think an apology makes everything right." She nods and standing up. "Goodbye, Jack. I truly wish you the best." As she walks away, I feel a strange sense of closure. I didn't forgive her, but I confronted the pain she caused. It's a step towards healing. Days turn into weeks, and I focus on moving forward. The weight of the past begins to lift. My company is thriving again, and my personal life feels more balanced. With Tom and Sarah's unwavering support, I feel stronger than ever. One evening, Sarah and I are in my office working late. The atmosphere is charged with the unspoken connection between us. She looks up from her work, her eyes meeting mine. "Jack, I've been thinking a lot about us," she says, her voice soft. I take a deep breath, feeling the intensity of the moment. "So have I. Sarah, you've been my rock through all of this. I can't imagine my life without you." She smiles, a hint of nervousness in her eyes. "I feel the same way. But this, whatever we have, it's complicated." I stand up, moving closer to her. "Maybe it doesn't have to be." Our lips meet in a kiss that feels both inevitable and electric. It's a release of months of built-up tension and desire. We pull away, breathless, and I see the same determination in her eyes that I've felt all along. "Let's take this one step at a time," she whispers. Together, I agree, feeling a surge of hope and excitement for the future. As the months pass, Sarah and I build something real, something strong. Our relationship grows deeper, rooted in mutual respect and shared experiences. We support each other's dreams, and our connection only strengthens. One day, as I sit in my office, reflecting on the journey I've been through, I realize how much I've grown. The betrayal and the trial were devastating, but they also taught me invaluable lessons about trust, resilience, and the importance of surrounding myself with genuine people. Tom and I remain as close as ever. He's been my steadfast ally, and our friendship has only deepened through these trials. We often meet up, discussing everything from business to life, and I'm grateful for his unwavering support. Sarah walks in, breaking my reverie. "Hey, Jack, ready for the meeting?" I nod, standing up. "Let's do this." We head into a conference room where our team is waiting. We're planning a new project, one that has the potential to take the company to new heights. The energy in the room is palpable, and I feel a renewed sense of purpose. The meeting goes well, and as everyone files out, Sarah stays behind. She closes the door, a mischievous smile on her face. "You were amazing in there," she says, her voice low. I grin, pulling her into my arms. "So were you." We kiss, the passion between us undeniable. It's a reminder of how far we've come and the strength of our bond. We've faced so much together, and each day feels like a new adventure. Later that evening, as we sit on my balcony, watching the sunset, I feel a profound sense of peace. The past is behind me, and the future is filled with endless possibilities. Sarah leans against me, her presence a constant source of comfort and joy. Jack, I'm so proud of you, she says, her voice soft. You've rebuilt your life, and it's beautiful. I kiss her forehead, feeling a surge of emotion. We did it together, Sarah. I couldn't have done it without you. She smiles, and we sit in comfortable silence, enjoying the moment. The journey has been long and challenging, but it's also been transformative. I've emerged stronger, wiser, and more grateful for the people who stood by me. One day I receive an invitation to speak at a business conference. They want me to share my story, the lessons I've learned, and how I rebuilt my company. It feels like a full circle moment, a chance to reflect on the past and inspire others. I prepare my speech with care, drawing on the experiences that have shaped me. When the day arrives, I stand on the stage, looking out at the audience. Sarah and Tom are in the front row, their support a steady anchor. Good evening, I begin, my voice steady. I'm here to talk about resilience, about facing adversity and emerging stronger. My journey has been filled with challenges, but it's also taught me the power of perseverance and the importance of genuine connections. As I speak, I feel a sense of fulfillment. Sharing my story is cathartic, a way to close the chapter on the past and look forward to the future. The audience responds with warmth and encouragement, and I leave the stage feeling empowered. After the conference, Sarah and I return home, feeling elated. We celebrate with a quiet dinner, reflecting on how far we've come. As we sit by the fire, she takes my hand. Jack, I have something to tell you, she says, her eyes sparkling with excitement. What is it? I ask, curious. I've been offered a partnership at my firm, she says, her voice filled with pride. It's a huge opportunity. I smile, feeling a surge of happiness for her. That's amazing, Sarah. You deserve it. She nods, her eyes softening. And I want us to take the next step too. I want to build a life together, Jack. My heart swells with emotion. I want that too, Sarah, more than anything. Our future is bright, filled with endless possibilities. We've faced the storm and come out stronger, ready to embrace whatever comes next. The journey has been long and challenging, but it's also been beautiful and transformative. As I look out at the horizon, I feel a profound sense of gratitude for the challenges, for the support, and for the love that has carried me through. The past is behind us, and the future is filled with hope and promise. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I know that we're ready for whatever comes next. Together, we'll face the future with courage, determination, and unwavering love. The best is yet to come, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. The ordeal taught me to value honesty and integrity in myself and others. I sit in my office reflecting on everything that's happened. The betrayal, the trial, the struggle to rebuild. It's been a journey that's reshaped my life. I've become more cautious, but I've also learned to appreciate genuine relationships. Tom and I are closer than ever. He stood by me when others turned away, and his loyalty has been a beacon of stability. We meet regularly, our friendship a source of strength. You've come a long way, Jack, he says one evening as we share a drink. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Tom, I reply, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. I couldn't have done it without you. Sarah is another pillar in my life. Our professional relationship has blossomed into something profound and beautiful. She walks into my office, a smile playing on her lips. Ready for the meeting? She asks, holding a file. Always, I say, standing up and taking her hand for a brief, reassuring squeeze. Her presence is a constant reminder of the strength we built together. As we dive into a new project, I feel a renewed sense of purpose. The challenges we face now seem manageable compared to what we've already overcome. The team respects us, and there's a palpable excitement in the air about our future endeavors. One afternoon, as I look out the window of my office, the city sprawled out before me, I think about the future. There's a project on the horizon that could redefine our company's path. It's ambitious, but I'm ready for the challenge. Sarah walks in, catching me in a moment of reflection. Penny, for your thoughts? she asks, coming to stand beside me. I'm thinking about the future, I say, turning to her. About us, the company, everything. She smiles, her eyes twinkling. I think the future looks bright. We've built something incredible here, Jack, and I'm excited to see where it takes us. Her words resonate with me. We've faced so much together, and yet here we are, stronger and more united than ever. I couldn't agree more, I say, pulling her into a gentle kiss. It's a moment of connection that reaffirms everything we fought for. As the days turn into weeks, the company flourishes. Our new project takes off, and the team's enthusiasm is infectious. There's a sense of camaraderie and shared vision that propels us forward. One evening, Sarah and I host a dinner party at my place. It's a gathering of friends and colleagues, a celebration of our journey and the bright future ahead. As we raise our glasses for a toast, I feel a deep sense of fulfillment. To new beginnings, I say, my voice steady and confident. To new beginnings, everyone echoes, their faces glowing with warmth and optimism. After the party, as Sarah and I clean up, she looks at me with a soft smile. Jack, I'm so proud of you. You've rebuilt your life, and it's beautiful. We did it together, I say, feeling a surge of emotion. I couldn't have done it without you. She wraps her arms around me, and we stand there in the quiet aftermath of the celebration, holding each other. The past is behind us, and the future is filled with promise. As the months pass, I continue to focus on building meaningful relationships. I reconnect with old friends and make new ones, each connection grounded in mutual respect and honesty. The lessons I've learned guide me, helping me navigate the complexities of personal and professional life. One day I receive a letter from Lisa. I hesitate before opening it, uncertain of what to expect. Inside, she writes a genuine apology, acknowledging the pain she caused and expressing her hope that I found happiness. It's a small gesture, but it brings a sense of closure. I put the letter away, feeling a mix of emotions. Forgiveness is a complex process, but I'm ready to let go of the past and focus on the present. My life is in a good place, and I won't let old wounds dictate my future. As I sit in my office planning our next steps, I feel a sense of excitement. There's a new project on the horizon, one that could take us to even greater heights. I'm ready for the challenge, and I know Sarah and the team are with me every step of the way. Sarah walks in, her smile bright and confident. Ready to conquer the world, she asks, a playful glint in her eye. Absolutely, I say, feeling a surge of determination. Let's do this. We dive into our work, the energy in the room electric. There's a sense of possibility, of boundless potential that drives us forward. Together, we're unstoppable. The story concludes, leaving a hint of the hero's future journey. I look out the window, feeling hopeful and ready for whatever comes next. The trials of the past have shaped me, but they don't define me. I've emerged stronger from the ashes of betrayal, ready to face the future with courage and confidence. With Sarah by my side and the support of true friends, I know that the best is yet to come. Together, we'll navigate the challenges and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. The future is bright, and I'm excited to see where our journey takes us.